keep up the Mariko theme, this is as passively known the fact that originally only did plan on keeping Shanks appear to stop the war. He wasn't going to be present at all. The exact details on this are very difficult to find. What we have right now is essentially a list of things that they didn't plan to happen. So it's hard to tell how much of Shanks' inspiration is editorial. But I do think it's funny that the world where we just go with all of the original ideas, which is that Mrs. Dragon's son doesn't die, Shanks doesn't show up to end the war. Those three things alone radically reshape One Piece as we know it from that point on. But Hattori's influence on One Piece was far from good. For this, I think it's best that we refer to Oda's thoughts on this episode. I'm drawing this stuff because I want the readers to enjoy it. And the very first reader is my editor. So the very first step is to make sure the editor enjoys the chapter. So sometimes the market can evolve to reflect the editor's skin. So when I drew something with all the extra skin, Hattori really likes it. I was like, ooh, that worked. So maybe I got a little carried away with the answer. That wasn't my intention. So I'll say that Hattori was the editor that Lex with. So it was Hattori that, shall we say, encouraged Oda to be a bit more bold with his female characters. Oh, and Oda also went on to say, it was perfect timing, he said, and Amazon Lily, the equivalent of Lily. It was so convenient to have Hattori there. Oda is also on the record as having moved Amazon Lily up in the production schedule because he wanted to get all of his early drawings out of the way before his work started school. Now, in later years, the effects of an editor had become quite questionable. The exact details of this role have changed over the course of its career because an editor is required to support the needs of the author. Those needs change. In the beginning with Mishima, that main focus was about developing Oda's writing, storytelling, and artistic ability. So editors had a significantly larger impact back then on day editors. Eighth generation editor Subaru Sugita has even stated that Oda asked me not to pitch him too many ideas. The reason behind it is that if it's another person's idea, he isn't going to draw it. Because it's his own story, he wants to create his own ideas. And as recently as 2023, One Piece was publicly criticized by Kazuhiko Koishima, who you may or may not know as the controversial editor of Dragon Ball One Piece. It's a pity that, unlike in the early days, One Piece editors no longer disagree with Oda. After hearing Sugita's words, that may very well be the case. Having gone through all of these editorials, I can definitely say that they got a lot more collaborative most recently. There's not a lot of stories about collaborating with Oda, and there are more stories about just Oda doing things. In a way, it almost feels like the modern editors and their take on the story. But to continue to be fair, Koishima isn't exactly an unbiased source here. This is why he did. But especially considering the words of Takeo Misaki, the seventh generation editor who served from December 2010 to June 2014. Misaki said that meetings with Oda usually lasted between 4 and 5 hours. However, they can go on for much longer. There was even one occasion where both of them spoke about the next chapter of One Piece for 15 hours. So maybe this is just a business article, but there is no way that you can have a conversation with someone for that long before doing something. Case in point, going back to Subaru Sugita, he served during Dressrosa and had a huge effect on Sailor Moon. During a meeting with Sugita in 2015, Oda very casually revealed the backstory of Sailor Moon. Oda does this with most characters, and again, this is the influence you can see in work from the very beginning. Kushima build your character, even if he has no intention of really having a backstory, he still develops it. And during this meeting, Sugita was so incredibly moved by Sinokin's past that a collective decision was made that it simply had to be included. This was a very last minute maneuver as well, because the chapter with Sinokin's backstory came out in February 2015, meaning that this meeting was probably about the manuscript of the third chapter, which was then taken back and Senor Pain, who tends to be a love-of-hate kind of character, and honestly, apart from Doflamingo, he is easily my favorite Don Quixote member, and that's because of his backstory, the inclusion of which was due to the editor's influence. Kind of makes me wonder how many other stories we can tell over the years of the ones. And something else to note is that all of the editors who work on One Piece know what the One Piece is. When they start their tenure, they're called into a super special editor meeting. Subaru Sugita said that yes, it's true. He told me about 7 hours after I became his editor, and he asked me whether there was anyone around. I told him no, and he said, alright, I don't have anyone around to meet, so let's talk. And then he told me. And for what it's worth, Sugita has also said in an interview that it's difficult to explain in the one word what the One Piece treasure is, so take that for what it's worth. The ninth generation editor, Takuma Naito, was even once asked by his ex-girlfriend what the One Piece was, and when he refused to say, she went on to block him on all social media. But let's go back to the beginning, because because without one man, we wouldn't have the privilege of talking about it. This all comes back to Takanori's son. From all of the available evidence, it's very arguable that One Piece may never have even been published without this man. Even with Oda's success with Romance Storm, various higher-ups of Weekly Shonen Jump very literally One Piece as a series. And one of these higher-ups happened to be the aforementioned Kazuhiko Koshima, the legendary tactical editor who had already heard from in this video as he thought that One Piece was doomed to fail. He even made a bet with Oda that if One Piece ever became way popular, he would admit defeat. He obviously lost that bet to his credit and did admit it. I imagine that especially with the comments he was prepared. But enter Takanori-san, a man who thought that he was going to excel because no one else could see the potential of Oda's work. He himself said that he was so frustrated at his loss during that time that most nights he would dream of continuing to jump offices and to all of them up. It was through Saba's relentless endorsement of Oda and One Piece that eventually the series was given a chance, because Asada continued to work day after day and pushing One Piece's popularity. So without him, I don't know if One Piece ever would have gotten up. Which just goes to show that it doesn't really matter how talented you are and how good your ideas are, you're still very much at the mercy of circumstances. Much like how Luffy never would have gotten anywhere if it wasn't for the rest of the Straw Hats, Oda never would have gotten this far without Takanori-san. And I say this without a single word of exaggeration. If there is anyone in this video who can truly claim the following title, it is definitely the man who saved One Piece.
Gravity Falls will go down in Disney cartoon history as being one of the creepiest, most adventurous journeys yet. It's iconic and easily cements itself as not just one of the best Disney Channel cartoons ever, but even one of the greatest cartoons of all time. And to top it all off, hilarious too, with amazing voice actors, including Kristen Shaw, who famously voices Lucius from Bob's Burgers. Fun fact, had to say it at some point, but enough said, let's jump in. For a little bit of context, let's take a look at our main characters. Dipper and Mabel Pine are two twins who are traveling to visit their uncle Dan in the summer. Grunkle is great. Sounds like a basic calm vacation, one might say. Wrong. Upon arrival, the twins quickly realize that the Mystery Shack, Grunkle Stan's house of bewilderment and unnatural oddities, is nothing but a sham of a tourist attraction. But there are real, numerous strange occurrences happening throughout the small town of Gravity Church. It's the book to further research later. Meanwhile, Mabel uses herself to radio voice to Norman. Dipper instantly becomes suspicious of Norman as he isn't able to hold good conversations. He also harbors a strange appearance. Dipper confronts Mabel, claiming that he believes Norman to be a zombie, as he resembles the characteristics described in his new secret book. Okay, Dipper, just because someone has social anxiety, it doesn't automatically make them a zombie. Mabel thinks Dipper is being silly, until she finds herself tied up in the middle of the woods, surrounded by a bunch of gnomes. So maybe people with social anxiety are a pile of gnomes, not zombies. Jeff, the leader of the gnomes, explains to Mabel that Norman was actually just him standing on top of a couple of other gnomes. They need her to become their gnome queen, which is why she is now being tied up until she gets in. Dipper realizes that Mabel is missing. She was said to be out in the woods with Norman. He instantly becomes worried that she is going to be eaten by Norman, completely misconstrued in regards to what's actually going on. After borrowing Wendy's golf cart, Dipper races into the woods. He arrives, he's rightfully extremely confused, but quickly catches on to what's happening. And while in the book, the gnomes are highlighted as not having any weaknesses, this doesn't stop Dipper from slapping them away with his shovel and rescuing Mabel from their trap. As the twins race away, the gnomes form into one giant monster and chase the two into town. The twins eventually crash the mystery cart and are presumably trapped. Mabel creates a plan, however, and asks Dipper to trust her. She then yells to Jeff that she will agree to marry him. Once he comes down, he quickly accepts. Mabel then sucks him up into her leaf blower and shoots him at the giant gnome monster. She then uses that same leaf blower to start blowing the other gnomes back into the woods. After all that chaos, Uncle Stan, who has been completely oblivious to this entire situation, offers the kids to choose anything from the Mystery Shack to look at. Dipper then chooses his iconic anything about the strange phenomena within Gravity Falls? The evidence is due was that secret journal Dipper found in the woods. And why is he wearing that funny vest all the time? Let's keep digging together. This episode begins with Dipper, Mabel, and Zeus watching TV together when a commercial showing little Gideon, who is supposedly a psychic, pops on. Now, I want us all to look at this little freak, this absolute abomination of a human being, this weasel of a soul. Okay, anyways, moving on. I'm sure you're curious and want to go see one of his shows in person, but Uncle Stan refuses. He has beef with Gideon's family. The other three go anyway, and while Mabel and Zeus are impressed, Dipper sees that Gideon is clearly a fraud, and blatantly announces that he doesn't like him. The next day, Gideon shows up in the Mystery Shack and offers to do a makeover with Mabel, to which she happily accepts. He also ends up asking her on a date, to which Mabel assumes he means a shopping date or something girly of that sort. Dipper warns her that he still doesn't have a good feeling about him, but she complains that she never is able to do anything girly, so she goes anyway. However, she quickly realizes that it isn't the girly date she had in mind. So decides that she will only be going on one with him. Towards the end of the date, Gideon insinuates that they will be going on another. Mabel declines this offer because she only wanted to go on one date, but is pressured into it after Uncle Stan says that it will be a good business opportunity if Gideon's family company and his merge together. Dipper, who tries to protect his little sister from this weird arranged marriage type relationship, tells Gideon that Mabel doesn't want to date him and that he needs to back off. Gideon, enraged by this, attacks Dipper with the mysterious amulet and tells him to stay away from the secrets of Gravity Falls. After Gideon attacks Dipper with the amulet, Mabel arrives, ready to break up with him. Seeing the battle, she quickly steals the amulet from Gideon and uses it to stop the fight. She yells that she will never date him, and for him to just leave them alone. Gideon leaves, but is seen at home mumbling about revenge while reading another secret journal. This one has the number 2 on it, while Dipper's has the number 3. This will be the end of little old me. This later episode, the inconveniencing, isn't that important. Although we do meet Wendy's gang of friends, and we get a deeper look into just how much Dipper likes Wendy and dislikes Robbie, since he and Wendy have an on-again, off-again relationship. Also, yeah, Robbie's an emo jerk, so there's your info on him. Last bit of important info, look at Dipper's little dance.
Who wants a Lammy, Lammy, Lammy? I do.
Iconic. In the episode Irrational Treasure, it's Founders Day in Gravity Falls, and things aren't going the best. Pacifica Northwest, mean girl at school, Mabel's main enemy throughout the show, is the granddaughter of the town's founder, and she's a stuck-up little rat girl. During a town speech, Pacifica asks if there's anybody who would like to say any words, to which Mabel asks to say something. Pacifica makes fun of Mabel and says that silly girls like her can't possibly talk in front of a crowd. Mabel, who is normally able to shrug off rude comments like this, is surprisingly deeply affected and vows to be more serious from now on.
Whoop! I dropped another one.
Meanwhile, Dipper remembers that in his journal he read an entry that said the town's founder might be a hoax, that there's a real founder nobody talks about. Mabel decides she wants to help Dipper solve the mystery, as only even her people would be able to do so. The town deputy isn't sure that his plans, however, and starts to think suspicious. The twins follow the clues written in the journal. Mabel, coincidentally not trying to be silly, is the only person who is able to figure out the clues, as they all require her silly answers. She turns the map into a hat, which reveals the way to go. She turns things upside down, which also reveals the clues. She even pretends to have a statue in her nose, which reveals the secret entryway that they were looking for. Once inside the passage, they find secret documents revealing that the real town founder is none other than this guy, Quentin Tremblay. Just as that historical bombshell is dropped, the sheriffs reveal themselves and claim that they now have to take the twins to Washington, D.C., along with Tremblay, who is encased in peanut brittle since he believes it to have life-preserving properties. Also, the sheriffs were tasked to secretly try to find the founder, since he was actually the 8th-and-a-half president of the United States. The twins found out about the secret, their fortune was set, as well as all the evidence. 8.5 president? I have so many questions. Your during their train ride, Mabel eats a piece of the brittle in the meat. Breaks apart the encasing, causing trembling to escape. Orders the sheriff to let them go and to go on a nice long vacation.
I hereby order you to pretend none of this ever happened and go on a delightful vacation.
Since he is still technically the mayor and founder of the town that they live in, the sheriffs happily oblige. They don't want to work and release them all. Once back in town, Dipper rubs it in Pacifica's face that her family is worthless and she's been a fraud this whole time. Meanwhile, Mabel accepts her silliness as she is the reason the real founder was found. And Mr. Simply hands Dipper a negative $12 bill before riding off into the sunset. Back to work.
This is worthless.
It's less than worthless, my boy.
In the episode The Time Traveler's Kid, a pretty important character is introduced. It begins with Dipper wanting to impress Wendy at the mystery fair by winning her a stuffed animal she was gushing at. When Dipper attempts to win the game, he tosses a ball that ends up ricocheting and hitting Wendy in the face, causing a black eye. Dipper runs off to get ice, but slams into Biscuit. Blendon Blandon, a weird fall dude in a great jumpsuit. Because Dipper ran into Blendon, he didn't get back to Wendy in time to help her. He was horrified to find Bobby comforting her instead. Meanwhile, Mabel went to pet pig and some water. This is the important character I'm introducing. Totally not. Dipper blames Blendon on the whole Wendy situation.
Are you from the future or something?
Oh, no! Who told you that? Memory wipe!
And after finding out that he's a time traveler sent to that day specifically to fix the time continuum that messed up, Dipper asks to borrow his time machine in order to fix what he has ruined. Blendon refuses, claiming the device is much too difficult for them to use or even understand. Mabel offers free tickets to spare to Blendon as he seems to be super stressed out because of his job, and so he happily accepts them. Dipper then steals the machine while Blendon is distracted on rides, and uses the machine to go back in time several times to try and fix the situation. However, the situation never seems to change until Dipper asks Mabel's help, which requires her to miss out on winning models. Distraught, Mabel becomes depressed. Dipper claims that she'll get over it eventually. Despite over the time machine, she travels through multiple different time frames, and it becomes more clear that she will, in fact, not get over it.
And if you look to your left, you'll see miserable Mabel, the girl who went bonkers after her dreams were shattered by some heartless jerk.
Dipper, being a good brother, decides to allow the original timeline to take place so that she can have fun. Even
The
though
two
he
dragon,
won't be able to
frogs, the
Blendon
main,
realizes what
the
they've
grass,
done and quickly takes back the time machine.
iron.
But it's too late. The Time Paradox Avoidance Enforcement Squadron shows up and arrests him for violating the Time Traveler's Code of Conduct.
I'll go back in time and make sure your parents never meet!
Good old Blendon is then seen being punished by Time Baby, who orders him to clean up the time anomalies caused by Dipper and Mabel. He is then seen in the first 3 episodes in the background doing just this. Also, little note, if you go back to those episodes, you actually can see him in the background. Nice attention to detail, animators. The episode, The Deep End, is honestly not too important to the lore. At least not enough for me to talk about. But look how silly Mabel's boyfriend is. He's a literal merman. Also, Sue starts the inflatable duck revolution. Yep, that is a sentence in this script. The beginning of the 2-part season 1 finale titled Dreamscapers starts with Dipper, Mabel, Seuss, Uncle Stan finding out through one of Gideon's commercials that he plans on taking over the Mystery Shack and turning it into the Pit of Telepathy. However, Stan reassures the group that the only way Gideon could ever take over is if he somehow unlocks Stan's secret safe.
The only way Gideon's taking over the shack is by breaking in and stealing my deed.
The combination of which is only located inside of his mind, which is definitely someplace Gideon could never get into. Gideon, overhearing this, uses his secret number 2 journal to summon Bill Cipher, a dream demon capable of getting into Stan's mind. Who could have seen that one coming? Bill is a cunning little yellow triangle guy who wears a top hat, and vaguely resembles the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati. He's pretty important to the lore, and is even visible for a few frames at the end of the show's intro. You'll find out just how important soon. But for now, let's get back to him and Gideon. The only reason Bill agrees to their plan is if Gideon agrees to help him with a favor sometime in the future. And thus, hands are shaken. Mabel and Sue see this exchange and warn Dipper. And after confiding in the book for answers, they find that they might be able to stop Bill from disturbing Stan if they enter his mind as well. Once inside his mind, they quickly realize that they can make whatever they dream of come to life, begin fighting off Bill,
You're the two best Colombian prison friends a fella could make. Espero que muera.
Bill stops the fight, being almost all-powerful, but lets them live, claiming that the trio is clever and that they might come in handy later on. Before leaving Stan's mind, Bill warns the children of an upcoming evil that is rapidly approaching, and that everything that they have come to love will soon change. Stan then wakes up, which causes the trio to be picked out of his brain, and once awakened, realize Gideon used dynamite to blast open the safe, gain access to the deed of the shack, successfully taking it over. That's not good.
Broom. Oh no, not the broom! Help!
In part 2 of the season finale, titled Gideon Rises, the gang is forced to move into Susie's grandparents' house after being kicked out of the mystery shack.
Mabel, quit being creepy.
The news is then shown with Gideon telling everyone to show up for the grand closing of the mystery shack, claiming he has very special plans for the future. During his big speech at the grand closing, he reveals that he has Waddle, who he claims to be the new mascot of an amusement park he plans on building to replace the mystery shack. This enraged Mabel, causing her and the gang to all run up onto the stage. They try to convince the people of Gravity Falls that Gideon is a fraud, and that he actually stole the key to the shack. But nobody, not even the sheriff, believes him. Wendy approaches Dipper and tells him that she no longer has a job. She will have to work at her family's lumberjack company and move away. This upsets Dipper even more. The show then cuts to Gideon reading in his journal. He explains to his dad that he believes that there are multiple other books, and that if all of them are put together, they hold unimaginable power. He believes the book to be located somewhere on the shack's property, which is the real reason why he wanted to take it over. What a twist!
Uncle Stan, can we order pizza?
Stan approaches the twins and tells them that without his shack, he can't take care of them, as they have no permanent place to live. Dipper and Mabel don't want to give up that easily, but after Gideon steals Dipper's number 3 book, he loses hope and decides to give up. Mabel is upset with them, but the twins, seemingly with no other options, head to the bus stop to go home. Gideon then realizes that the book he took from Dipper has the number 3 on it. He wasn't aware that there were more than 2. He automatically assumes that Dipper had the first book as well and tricked him. Naturally, Gideon then enters a robotic suit that was being made for him and proceeds to run to catch up to the bus with the twins on it. Because don't we all have a giant mech of ourselves? The twins are cornered, and Gideon takes Mabel, claims he will rule Gravity Falls with her as his queen. Dipper reasonably gets pissed, and then proceeds to beat the crap out of Gideon. Good brother moment part 2. Grunkle Stan then reveals to the whole town that inside the pins that Gideon had given everyone during the grand closing ceremony were actually hidden secret cameras, which spied on the town residents to help Gideon with his psychic charades.
That's it! I know Gideon's weakness!
Would Mr. Pines like a...
Gideon is then arrested for conspiracy, fraud, and breaking all their hearts. Oh, and before he is taken away, Stan secretly steals book number 2 alongside the deed. After gaining the mystery shack back, the twins finally decide to tell Stan about their secret journal number 3, to which he bursts out laughing. Stan borrows the book, saying that the thing has loads of potential for future attractions at the shack, and then walks off. The episode then ends with Stan entering his secret door in the vending machine, shown in episode 1, and going down an elevator. Entering the mysterious secret room, it is shown that Stan has in his possession the first book. What? He then puts them all together, revealing some sort of blueprint to a massive machine and the access code for it. The machine itself is the room in front of him. Stan enters the code, and it revs up, leaving the viewers waiting until the second season for any form of explanation as to just what the heck is going on. Following the season finale of season 1, the episode Stereo Haven begins Stan starting up the machine. It turns on, and it's a large power surge that is shown to be picked up from government radar, causing 2 federal agents to travel to Gravity Falls to investigate the strange phenomenon. The next morning is the grand reopening of the mystery shack. Dipper asks Russell Stan for his journal book, to which Stan happily obliges. He made copies of the book, so there's no need for the real copy anymore. All is well within the family until the government agents show up to explain that they're looking for the strange phenomena that started the surge. Dipper is extremely happy to finally have some help with investigating Gravity Falls. One of the agents gives Dipper his card, but it is taken away, as Stan doesn't want anybody investigating or finding out what he's secretly doing. Dipper, now upset that he doesn't have access to the agents, rants to Wendy. She devises a plan for him to just sneak into Stan's room to retrieve the card. Dipper, now inside Stan's room full of agents, is able to set up a meeting, but is found out by Stan, who kicks him out. When Dipper meets up with the agents, he shows them the book. They are less impressed with most of the entries, as they sound so incredibly fake. And I mean, I can't wait. Look at these gnomes. Dipper, now frustrated, recites a passage to summon zombies. A great plan. Well, this works, and the agents are shocked to see a real-life zombie in front of them. More zombies quickly start to appear, and a full-blown zombie apocalypse commences. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Suze gets bitten, leaving Mabel, Dipper, and Waddle attempting to barricade themselves in the mystery shack. Just before all seems lost, Stan shows up and helps the kids, prompting them to go to the attic while he fights off zombies with his bat. He then tells the children that he has always known about the paranormal phenomena within Gravity Falls, but he chose to ignore this and deny it in hopes he would keep the two safe. Dipper stands over a blacklight while shuffling through the book, and Mabel realizes that the author must have started writing it in 2008. There are passages written that can only be seen when standing over the blacklight. Dipper reads that the only way to defeat the zombies is singing a three-person harmony. Mabel is delighted by this fact because it means that Dipper, Dan, and herself are forced to sing a song together in order to save the day. Dan allows Dipper to keep the journal, but only for self-defense purposes, which Dipper is relieved to hear and excited because he officially now has a whole new journal to uncover thanks to that invisible ink. Meanwhile, the agents are seen emerging from the woods, gushing about how Gravity Falls is just the place they've been searching for.
Sorry, dude.
The episode Into the Bunker begins with Dipper inviting Wendy to hang out with him and Mabel, after failing to tell her his real feelings yet again.
Friends. Here, laying on my box.
Once all together, Dipper, Mabel, Wendy, and Suze find a secret passage that is allegedly writing down the book, the entrance to the bunker in which the author lives in. Once deep in the tunnel, Mabel finds a love letter that Dipper wrote to Wendy. She then forces Dipper and Wendy into a closet and tells him that she'll only release them once he confesses his feelings. Fortunately, Dipper and Wendy quickly discover a strange monster, but Mabel, thinking that they are just trying to trick her, doesn't let them out. However, that monster actually appears to be a normal human being, who claims to be the author of the book. Meanwhile, Mabel and Suze find documents about a failed shape-shifting experiment. Mabel is horrified to think that her brother was indeed not lying when he said there was a monster, and the two quickly go to try and save their friend. Dipper and Wendy follow the supposed author deeper into the bunker, becoming extremely suspicious that the human looks just like the picture they found on a can of beans. The author then reveals himself as a shapeshifter. Big surprise, I know. And explains that the only reason he wanted access to Dipper's book was to learn how to mimic different creatures found in Gravity Falls Zone. Wendy attacks, and Dipper retrieves his journal. The two then run away together.
Reveal yourself, you single-form human weakling.
After running into Suze and Mabel, all four of them begin fighting the shapeshifter. At one point, it seems that Wendy was knocked out, causing Dipper, who was seriously injured, to confess that he's always loved her.
Well, I'm like in love with you, Wendy.
However, it turns out that the Wendy she was crying over was just the shapeshifter in disguise, with real Wendy overhearing everything. The two Wendy's fight. Dipper goes in to help, but obviously gets a bit confused on who's real and who's not. However, he quickly finds out who the real Wendy is, allowing him to stab the shapeshifter in the chest, ultimately leading to his painful death. Once out of the bunker, Wendy talks to Dipper about his crush on her. She lets him down easy by explaining that she's just too old for him, but that they will remain super good friends. The episode ends with Suze realizing that he found an old computer, and that he'll be able to have it fixed up in just a few days. Following closely from the events of the last episode leads us to Sock Opera. It begins with Dipper trying his best to figure out the password to the computer that Suze fixed up. He asks Mabel to help him, and she usually agrees, until she gets too caught up with her new boy toy. Mabel instantly becomes obsessed with the puppeteer of the town. Alrighty then. Once he mentions that he's into puppet shows, she decides to come up with an elaborate plan to win him over by creating the best puppet show ever. Which, hey, I guess that works. Dipper is annoyed by this show as he needs help, and slowly descends into a sort of madness, becoming extremely sleep-deprived and mentally frustrated. Eventually, Bill Cipher shows up yet again.
No hard feelings. I've been keeping an eye on you since then.
Telling Dipper that he can reveal the password if he does a little favor in return. Dipper refuses, of course, and the next morning voices his concerns to Mabel, explaining that she really does need her help right away. Mabel agrees until she realizes that she must improve her puppet show in order to impress her man. Dipper is, again, extremely upset by this. That night, gets a notification on the computer that says there have been too many passwords, and he has one more shot to open before it uses all information to the Dipper, wigging out, scared, is approached by Bill yet again. Bill says that he will give Dipper the password if he allows Bill to use one of the puppets. Dipper agrees, since he's mad at Mabel anyway, with him assuming that Bill will choose one of the puppets Mabel had been working on. The tables are turned, though. Bill then shoves Dipper's soul out of his body and possesses him, making Dipper his puppet. Once Bill gains possession of Dipper's body, he begins to smash the computer. He reveals that he wanted to get rid of Dipper. He was close to uncovering major information that could have destroyed his plan. Destroying his journal is another important part of getting rid of any information that he may uncover, and Bill quickly learns that Mabel used Dipper's journal as a prop in her play. Then she could hear Bill, as Dipper, ask out loud where it was.
I'm gonna drink it like a person.
That night at the play, Dipper realizes that the only way to warn Mabel of Bill's plan is to possess an object himself, since she can't see him as he is just a spirit, and so becomes his sock puppet self. Once he is able to warn her, Mabel tries her best to retrieve the book, but is faced with the ultimate predicament: save Dipper and his life, or impress the boy of her dreams. Just kidding. Obviously, Mabel chooses Dipper, no question. Mabel also realizes that since Bill is inside Dipper's body, he has to save weaknesses to him. She then proceeds to tickle him and explain that Dipper has been awake for several days now, and is bound to pass out any minute. As if commanding his body, he then collapses onto the floor. Bill is kicked out of Dipper's body, allowing Dipper to repossess his original Jesus. Bill warns the two that this isn't the last that we see of him, while possessing his sock puppet. Mabel then uses the fireworks that were left at the end of the show to blow up the puppet that he was possessing. While the episode ends with the twins together, it ends with Mabel failing relationship-wise. Yet again.
Sorry, it looks funny when you're mad.
The episode Society of the Blind Eye begins with Dipper and Mabel realizing that on their smashed-up computer it reads McGucket's Lab, likely alluding to Old Man McGucket. McGucket is a recurring character within Gravity Falls and is seen as a delusional hillbilly man. He's been in a few episodes before this, but just trust me, he wasn't exactly important until now. Dipper is convinced that McGucket is most likely the writer of the journal, and so heads out with Mabel to confront him, grabbing Wendy and Zeus as well. Once there, McGucket denies knowing anything, and even explains to them that he actually has no memory of the past. Dipper flips through the journal to search for some clues and is bewildered as he lands on the Blind Eye Society page. He becomes convinced that somehow McGucket has found out something rather important, that he must have had his memory wiped clean. The group heads to the County Museum, which is apparently the source of McGucket's first memory. There, they find a secret entrance to find cult members erasing memories from another town resident, Old Lady Susan, with her memory appearing to be sucked up into the truth. The game quickly realizes that the cult apparently has been erasing everybody's memories in the hopes that they encounter something paranormal.
Oh, here, wrote a message if there's trouble.
Sight begins searching for McGucket's hidden memories. As things unfold, McGucket retrieves his own memories while the rest of the gang get found out by the cult. He reveals himself and explains that the townspeople of Gravity Falls start to get weird and accidental whenever they realize how much of the paranormal existed, so they took it upon themselves to put the townspeople in such glory by wiping their memories. In their eyes, it's better to be blissfully unaware than question your own existence in the world of mystery. They then try to use the machine on the children, but Old Man McGucket comes to the rescue and shields them with his already blank mind. The goals are reversed, and the gang urges them to erase the cult members' memories of ever being a part of the Blind Eye Society. happened to be a genius scientist. He was also the original leader slash creator of the Blind Eye Society and created the mind-blending machine himself. Marlon, set up by the writer of the journal, helped him with a project that was supposed to greatly help mankind. After something was wrong, he abandoned the project and erased his memories due to his trauma and frustration. McGuckin's closing of the racing memory whenever something bad happened in his life, never actually being able to face any consequences of his actions. Dipper, slightly disappointed that McGuckin wasn't the writer of the book, asked McGuckin to remember the writer of the book, but apparently the memories are incorrect and was trying to take some time to remember. Episode 6 was released and Stan is still working on the clear process. Here's a big one. The episode's not what you see. Stan is finishing up on a machine and appears to be using toxic chemicals to do so. The next day, Stan attempts to tell the children about his secret. Before he can, he gets tackled by the secret agents that were investigating Gravity Falls previously during the apocalypse. The agents explain to the children that Stan is the suspect of stealing hazardous chemicals.
Ground team, move! Break down the door!
And for now, they're going to have to send them to child services. Dipper and Mabel, obviously distraught, attempt to clear Stan's name until they realize that he is in fact the person who stole the chemicals. The twins decide to go down to the midnight after finding that Stan not only has several fake IDs, but also is said to be dead in a certain zone. Once inside the lab, they find the journal and the machine. Apparently, if the machine malfunctions and doesn't work, it could cause the end of the universe. All of that power laying under some charming tourist attraction. Wow. Dipper, enraged that Stan has been lying to them this entire time, figures out how to override the machine and shut it down.
Come on, you gotta think your way out of this.
Stan, easily escapes the detection, his problem makes his way down to the lab and begs them not to override it. Mabel, she's the one who's closest, slash has access to the override button, decides after much debate to trust Stan. Even after nearly destroying everything, the six-fingered man that looks just like Stan walks out of the portal. Epic family reunion. The episode ends with Stan and his twin brothers swinging together as children. Here we have a tale of two Stans, which is a beautiful episode. Growing up, Stanford Pines and Stanley Pines were twin brothers. Stanford Pines is the writer of the journal, while Stanley Pines was his pretty normal brother. The two were distant for a while as Stanford had a passion for school and fit Stanley's wishes to sail the world together. After having a special interest in the paranormal, Stanford moved to Gravity Falls, and of course, that's where he found the most paranormal activity.
Meanwhile, your old Uncle Stan was doing great.
He began reasoning to clear that the paranormal must be coming from a different dimension. He then set out to create this machine that would allow him to enter this otherworldly place. Stanford then asked McGuckin to help him because he didn't have friends and colleagues from college. Once McGuckin got sucked into the machine and reported this out, it apparently was never the same. He would also repeat a strange phrase: Gravity Falls and Earth becomes sky, fear the future. He later quit, saying their mission was too dangerous. Fair enough. Not knowing what else to do or who else to trust, Stanford asked Stanley to move to Gravity Falls in order to help him with the treatment.
Just give me a few more days, Rico. I'll pay your goons back, I swear.
The two got into a fight almost immediately, which resulted in Stanley pushing Stanford into the portal.
Come on!
Everyone assumed that Stanford, though he faked his own death and took over his brother's identity in order to continue living in Gravity Falls without anybody thinking any questions. He also turned the house into the Mystery House because everyone knew that Stanford lived there to research the paranormal and trusted his expertise in the matter. Stan said every night he would go to the basement and try to reactivate the portal in order to bring Stanford back, but was unsuccessful until now. Dipper forgives Stan as he realized he was just trying to save his brother, probably Unfortunately, the government detectives over here afford the real Stanford who will call the court. Now, using memory wiping device and is able to sense the force, Stan sends the twins to bed before Dipper is able to talk to them much to Dipper's dismay. However, the twins eavesdrop as Ford tells Stan that he will be allowed to open the shack until the twins go back after summer break. Stan agrees, but warns Ford that he better stay away from the kids. talking to her for several hours. Definitely an interesting to do.
Laddership, Necronomicon Unbelief, Don't Wait
The
Out.
episode's the last bit, where it begins with two snipers telling Ford to get control over a Hellcat. They're telling him, first the Ford has to prove how. Bill reveals to Ford he's been making deals with his friends, Blade when he gets to Earth, and warns Ford that the time to destroy the portal used to get to back to Earth, Bill aims at the portal with the last remnants of the rift, which, when unleashed, will act as a gateway for himself and all his cronies. After waking up from his nightmare, Ford rushes to warn his family of the impending dangers that are about to occur. Ford asks the twins if they know of, have met Ford, or to tell the story of what has happened the last two times they've encountered them. Ford then explains that while Bill is growing in power, he may have a way to shield the mystery shack from any harm. He sends several magical items with him to the shield, so he sends Mabel off to find some unicorn hair. Ford then takes Dipper down to his second basement, where he explains that if Mabel fails in finding the unicorn hair, then they must prepare to shield their mind from Bill. He explains to Dipper that Bill is an ancient entity that seems to be older than their galaxy. He comes from the Nightmare realm, but isn't able to directly impact their universe as the bottom. The reason why Ford shut down their portal is because he didn't want Bill to be able to go through it. In the middle of the night, Dipper put a mind reading device on Ford and found that he used to be friends with Bill.
I'll erase you right out of Ford's head! It's me, Dipper, it's your uncle!
After being questioned about it, Ford reveals that he was actually once friends with Bill, but only because he was lied to about his true identity. Bill struck a deal with Ford, saying that he would help Ford finish his portal so he could have full access to Ford's mind. Ford agreed, but after conducting himself into the portal, he realized that Bill was Ford, asking Bill about it, found that Bill only wanted to use the portal to teleport from the Nightmare realm to Earth, to show Earth how to party with all his needed friends. After this, Ford shut down the portal, but Bill claimed that it was already too late. Again, so well for Earth's side. Mabel then shows up with all the magical creatures, mystery jackets, Bill is at the end of the episode watching unfinished progress. He searches for someone outside of the mystery shack.
Leave now!
This episode is the beginning of the end, titled Dipper and Mabel Reach the Future. It begins with the red glowed glass being slightly cracked open. Ford is obviously concerned. As the glass is shattered, Bill has passed reality. It will lead to the end of the world. And so, Ford grabs Dipper and they go off to find an alien entity that has something up. They go off to a UFO crash site. Ford reveals that the total effect of gravity falls either caused by the UFO crashing or the UFO crashing with the abnormality of gravity falls. Crazy. Meanwhile, Mabel is trying to plan her and Dipper's 13th birthday party, but nobody can make it.
So neither of you are going to be at my birthday party?
Oh, and she also finds out that high school actually sucks, and that growing up is just unfortunate. Big shocker. We've all been there, Mabel. This update teases the idea by realizing that Dipper is her twin, and that the two will always have each other.
Oh yeah? You think you can scare me?
And it comes to over here, Dipper agrees to stay at Gravity Falls to be Ford's apprentice throughout the school year. When Dipper returns, Mabel is extremely distraught. She goes outside and is greeted by Rosie. He talks to Mabel and explains that he'd be able to make a time bubble for her to make her summer last forever if she gets the gadget that is in Dipper and Ford's possession. Mabel is unaware of the importance of the object and gladly gets it, as she doesn't want to leave the summer behind, and more importantly, certainly doesn't want to leave Dipper behind. Once the gadget is in his hands, he smashes it onto the ground and reveals himself as Bill. Dun dun dun! Stan and Dipper run out, realize what has occurred, leading to what Ford has been calling the end. Time for the finale. This is Weird Mageddon, Part 1. The episode begins with Mabel being encased in a big bubble locked with chains. Bill then gains a real form, and he is finally fully released into the world. Linton Blaney, finally coming back to his senses, freaks out as he realizes Bill took control over his body, and he runs away while alerting the time police. Bill, now sentient and in the flesh, is able to call his other friends from the nightmare realm into Gravity Falls. He proclaims to the town people that he will be their new ruler, and even goes as far as to melt a statue of Nathaniel Northwest, who all the townspeople know as their founder. Obviously, the townspeople are extremely confused and distraught as Bill turns their world upside down and inside out. Literally, you know things have gone bad when even the intro changes. Ford tells Dipper that the only logical way for them to defeat Bill is to shoot him back into the rift, where the whole world is engulfed in his chaos. He presents Dipper with a gun device that will be able to use, but, surprisingly, they find that it's almost impossible to hit him with it. Bill ends up capturing Ford and turning him into a gold back scratcher, as one does. But before this, Ford gives all 3 books to Dipper and tells him that there may be another way to defeat Bill.
Do it! Bill!
However, Bill, seeing that Dipper has the books, burns them directly in front of him before he has a chance to find out his hidden answer. Yikes, things are looking grim. 3 days later, Dipper finally finds Whitney, or maybe she found him. He was caught in one of her post-apocalyptic traps. While talking to each other, Dipper warns his boss, Mabel, who hasn't been able to find or reach her. In response, Whitney does what she does best and gives him a 5-star pep talk. Suddenly, they see Mabel's floating bubble. Whitney and Dipper head to an abandoned auto lot to steal a car in order to drive to Mabel's bubble, but are quickly reprimanded by Gideon's little minions. Yep, he's out of prison, folks. Justice has failed. Gideon explains that Bill put him in charge of watching over Mabel's bubble, which given him the key to her heart. Granted, for a shooting star, not the smartest idea to blast Gideon, but you get that you're excited.
Get back! Get back! Or I will drop kick him, I swear!
You are successful in stealing a car, but then are faced with an epic chase, complete with weird bubbles. And they find Zeus. At the end, though, the 3 are surrounded, but Dipper ends up persuading Gideon to give them the key, telling him that he might want to actually have a chance with people if he tries being an actual good person. Gideon agrees and rides off to confront Bill with his prison buddy. It makes for sure Dipper will tell Mabel that Gideon is the one who rescued her. The episode ends with Dipper, Whitney, and Zeus mysteriously walking into Mabel's bubble. This episode begins with Bill realizing that there is some sort of weird barrier trapping his chaos inside of the town limits of Gravity Falls. Hope his friends don't have concussions or something. Meanwhile, Zeus, Whitney, and Dipper all make their way to Mabel's bubble prison and find a land made up of every wish Mabel could ever possibly need. Nice person, I guess. They find her sleeping peacefully at the top of her tower, and when they reach and rescue her from the bubble, she objects, saying that she is perfectly happy in her safe world where she is the ruler and everything is amazing. At first, Zeus and Whitney argue with her, but they both succumb to the magic bubble's persuasion quickly.
Zeus, Bill, I have returned. Oh, wait, what? Bad?
Dipper is the only one able to resist the temptations that the bubble offers. Later, in Mabelland, Dipper is approached by Whitney, who tells him how smart he is, and that if he were older, they would date. She then takes him to wish for that exact thing to happen, which is exactly when Dipper realizes that she's a fake. Once realization hits, the Whitney clone frequently turns into bugs. Dipper is warned that he is always being watched. Even Audubon says that he wants to go back to reality. Mabel is one extremely important rule that must be followed within Mabelland. That is for nobody to ever mention reality. Dipper begs Mabel not to kick him out of the bubble, and she agrees to have the matter settled in court, where fantasy versus reality is discussed. The court case rules that if Dipper wins, Mabel will come back to reality. Mabel wins, and Dipper will be banished forever. It begins with a strong fantasy, saying that if Mabel were to stay in Mabelland, then nothing bad would ever come. Dipper counters this, though, by saying Mabel doesn't actually want to stay in Mabelland. She just doesn't want to be alone. He assures Mabel that growing up will be hard, but it will be made slightly less hard, as she'll be going through it with people who love and care about her, including her friends and family. All of which swears that he will give up his apprenticeship opportunities in order to grow up with Mabel. Dipper and Mabel hug, which triggers the release of the whole Mabel on the bubble. Continuing on with part 3 and 4 of Weird Again, we have Dipper and Mabel reuniting with everybody from the Mystery Shack. Once there, the kids learned that the magical spell that they had casted before involving the unicorn stuff actually worked. No nightmare entities or weirdness can harm them inside of the shack.
We have several injuries.
My liver! At first, everyone was somewhat okay with staying in the Mystery Shack until the foreseeable future, until they saw on TV that all of their friends and family had been trapped in agony, engulfed by stone and made into a throne for Bill. They then had the wild idea that since the Mystery Shack is invincible to weirdness, then it might be able to fight against Bill as well. In order to do this, they have to take the Mystery Shack to Bill. But how exactly would they do that? Don't worry, you'll see. Meanwhile, Bill is trying to figure out how to leave the bubble that Gravity Falls is trapped in order for him to take over the entire world and galaxy. After Bill and Freeze explore to try and see if he knows what causes the trap, Blood Black, and refuses Bill entry into his mind still to him. Bill needs a handshake to enter Mars. Bill then takes him up and begins to torture it out of him. Cut back to the shack. As we all predicted would happen back in episode 1 of the series, it's being turned into a giant Power Rangers mission mech. We all did think that would happen, right? Well, we can all agree that is awesome, right? The mech is brought right up to Bill's pyramid, and after the shack meets all of Bill's friends, they've got to deal with the Golden Dorito Man himself. But not before he pledges to Ford to torture the kids in order to pry the info to free himself out of them. And then freezes Ford again. While Bill deals with the shack, the people within secretly fly out and into the pyramid to rescue Ford and the townsfolk, and find the only person who isn't frozen is Gideon, who's forced to dance for all eternity. Drop-off plans. Anywho, everyone is free, and Ford needs to figure out the secret way to defeat Bill. He creates a circle full of prophesized symbols, all of which represent members of the cast of the show. If you paid attention to the couple seconds where Bill appears at the end of the intro of the show, this thing should be familiar to you. Everyone lines up on their corresponding symbols, except for Stan, who wants to thank you from Ford for spending all of those years trying to save you that he never got. The chain breaks. Bill shows up to kill any semblance of hope they could have had. Once there, Bill turns all of their friends into banners and proceeds to threaten Stan and Ford with the lives of their grandchildren. Mabel cleverly sprays spray paint into Bill's one eye, which takes a while to regenerate. Of course, she claims she knew that would hurt him because she's done it to herself like a billion times. They yell at their Rumble to get out of there and save themselves, as they feel they've got a chance to defeat Bill since they already have several times in the past. After Bill turns into this ungodly sight, the kids are able to evade him for only a short period of time, but they are caught and taken back, flat out murdered in front of their group. Ford gives himself up to Bill in order to save the kids, allowing Bill to enter his mind, or at least that's what it seems, as it's actually Uncle Stan's mind that Bill went into. Stan and Ford switched clothes while Bill was chasing the kids. Now that Bill is trapped in Stan's mind, Ford uses the memory erasing gun to wipe Bill from existence, at the cost of Stan's brain as well. It works! Bill is defeated, and everything starts to go back to normal, except for Stan, who's a blank slate, not even remembering who his own family is. Eventually, though, Stan remembers his life thanks to Mabel's strength.
What this is or who you are. Quit it, Waddles. I'm trying to remember my life story.
The entirety of Gravity Falls goes back to normal, with just a touch of extra weirdness thrown in for fun. Dipper and Mabel have their 13th birthday party, and Stan and Ford decide to finally explore their childhood dreams and set out on the ocean to conquer the anomaly, and Zeus becomes the new owner of the Mystery Shack. On their last day, Dipper and Mabel head off to the bus station to say bye to their friends. Dipper and Wendy switch hats, with Wendy giving Dipper a letter to read the next time he misses the place, and Mabel taking home Waddles. Everyone grows and changes for the better, and Dipper opens the letter to see the words "See you next summer" written down, alongside the signatures of all the friends. And Mabel made that summer. The bus rides home, and the show finally comes to an end. However, at the very end of the credits, you can see Bill still has some weird stone formations waiting for someone to shake his hellbound hand in the wilderness. And that is Gravity Falls. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next episode. Oh, And comment down below what you'd want to see if this show ever gets another season or a continuation or something. I'd love to see your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Throughout its television run, Regular Show cemented its place as a cult classic and a fan favorite during what people describe as the golden age of not only Cartoon Network, but cartoons as a whole. Regular Show consists of 8 seasons running from 2010 all the way to 2016. It was also the longest Cartoon Network show with 261 episodes until Adventure Time eventually overtook it. We all know Regular Show will go down in history for being an amazing cartoon. It won an Emmy for Outstanding Short Animated Program in 2012, and it was nominated for 5 others. Regular Show is also the first cartoon animated by Cartoon Network that was rated GV instead of PG, indicating more violence than other cartoons that were produced. With all of that being said, let's jump right into it. But first, a word from our sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is without a doubt one of the most intricate and strategic games I have ever played. It features some of the biggest and best battlefields gaming has to offer, and even hosts more than 2,000 planes, helicopters, ships, and tanks. War Thunder also has the most individual and tactical damage systems gaming has ever seen. Say goodbye to the days of set damage and such big and general hitboxes. With Damage X-Ray, you can see exactly which parts of the enemy vehicle you have hit, leading to fresh, dynamic gameplay every game. A part of the game I'm personally a big fan of is the freedom to play how you want. Land, sea, and air. Each game has the freedom and ability to choose your own strategies, and with unique gameplay, it really puts you behind the wheel. And now, thanks to our amazing sponsor, we have something for you. You can play War Thunder today on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC using the link in the description and the pinned comment of this video. Doing so, new players, as well as players returning after 6 months or more, will receive a large bonus pack including multiple premium vehicles, an exclusive 3D decoration of your vehicles, and much, much more. Now, this is only for a limited time, so go ahead and click that link right now to get it. Thanks to you guys for listening, and thanks to our great sponsor again, War Thunder. Let's get back to it. The premise of the show is all about Mordecai, a blue bird, and Rigby, a brown raccoon, who works as groundskeepers at a park. Throughout the show, you see them try to keep themselves busy, build relationships, and get on everybody's nerves, basically all the time. Also, fun fact, apparently the show takes place somewhere in California, as seen on Mordecai's license plate. Some familiar faces have we seen either throughout their park or in their limited social life are Betsy, a gumball machine who manages the park and frequently gets upset with Mordecai and Rigby. Pops, a kind yet strange old man who resembles a lollipop. He's the adopted son of the man who typically manages the park and was seen there often. Muscle Man. This dude annoyed the bonkers out of me when I was younger. He's a cool guy who likes to make jokes. Like Mordecai and Rigby, he's a groundskeeper at the park, and his best friends with High Five Ghost. High Five Ghost is mostly just floating around and giving vibes. Skips is an immortal genetic. The characters in this show are quite strange. He's closer to Benson than the others, but is also a groundskeeper. He's normally seen trying to fix Mordecai and Rigby